Hey everyone, time for another Pathfinder scenario, playing with the character Ahmotep. This is scenario 1.6, the final scenario of Adventure Path 1. We're in the Sulfur Pits, advancing the Blessings discard, or the Blessings deck. And first card we get is a Cure spell. Okay, Wisdom Divine. Don't have that, just Wisdom is D6. And I rolled a 5. So I could use Ahmotep's special power to get this spell, which will add +2 to my result. And I'm going to do it because my starting hand is pretty ridiculous. I mean, I have 3 staves, so I don't need that. So I'll go ahead and I will acquire the Cure spell. Then I will advance the Blessings deck. And okay, so we get a Quicksand Bunyip, combat 12. So I didn't examine this card. Okay, so just a combat 12. On your strength has the acid trait, doesn't have acid. Okay, so I have a lot of options in my hand. I got the Explorer's Staff, melee plus 1d6. So that would mean I'd need to get a 10. You know, since I have so many staffs, I could also, my special powers, I can recharge a card that has a staff trait to add 1d8 to my combat check. I wonder if I want to do that. I got so many good options here. I think I'm just going to go straight up. I'm just going to do my Twin Serpent Quarterstaff. That's going to be d8 plus 1d6 plus 1. So I'm going to be able to add 3 to this roll. Okay, so I added 3 to this roll. So I got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, I need 2 more, so I will have to recharge a card using Ahmotep's special power in order to defeat this Bane. So, tough call. I'll go ahead and I'll just recharge the Cure spell. Okay, so Bane is defeated. Okay, gets banished. Advancing the Blessings deck, the next card we get is this guy. Okay, check to acquire, Charisma, Diplomacy, Arcane Divine 7. Okay, I'll just try a straight up Diplomacy, Diplomacy check. I have a +3 to my Diplomacy. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, Ahmotep is a bureaucrat. She's able to talk to people. Okay. So then I get this card. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and use it right away. Where I can recharge this card to examine the top card of your location deck. No, I don't want to examine any cards. Oh, I can discard this card to explore your location. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Discarding. Okay, well that's pretty cool. So far I've acquired 2 boons. So that'll be good when I meet a trader. Okay, Blessing of the Ancients. Gonna roll D4. So I rolled a 4. That's cool. So I also, man, I've acquired 3 boons so far. Pretty awesome. And the top card of the Blessings deck is a Blessing of the Ancients. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to discard this card to examine the top card of your location deck. Then you may explore your location. I don't want to examine any cards. So that's just going to go to my hand. Resetting the hand, don't need to, it's all set. Advancing the Blessings deck, let's see what we got. Okay, we got Bone Lamellar. What crazy names. Okay, Constitution, Fortitude 6, or Intelligence Craft 8. My Constitution is D6. I'll just do the Intelligence. 1, nope, did not acquire that boon. It gets banished. Advancing the Blessings deck. Okay, and we get the Villain. Alright, so check to defeat, combat 23. So I'm glad I didn't examine this card. So before you act, you are dealt 1d4 plus 1 poison damage. Ouch. This is probably one of my favorite villains out of the whole series. Mummy's Mask. Okay, so I take 4 points of poison damage. That is insane. And then, okay, so I need to take, 4 points of damage. Ouch. So let's see, I have the Scarab Buckler in my hand. but that, so nothing there. Okay, so no, it's not going to do anything to stop the poison damage. So I'm going to take a total of 4 poison damage. I'm losing a Scarab Buckler, Wings of Horus, Blessing of the Ancients, or, no, I'm going to keep the Blessing of the Ancients. And I'll lose the 2 stabs. So wow. And then, to defeat this Bane, I have a Blessing of the Ancients and an Acid Splash. I'm attempting my combat check here. So it says here, on your check that has the acid trait. So this check doesn't have the acid trait. My check, I believe, Acid Splash, is invoking the acid trait. I don't think I'm going to be able to add a die, so I'm not. So Acid Splash says I need a total of, let me assemble my dice here. I got a D10, another D10 due to the Blessing of the Ancients, and I have a D6. So I'm going to be able to add 2 to this roll. If only I had another card in my hand, but I don't. Let's see what happens. Alright, so I rolled a 10, a 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So my total is 20. But, of course, I needed a 23. So, yep, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That was it. Wow. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 16, 17, 18, yep, 19, 20. Okay, no matter how I slice it, that's how it is. Okay, so that means that I'm going to roll to see if I recharge my Acid Splash spell. So it does not get recharged. Both of these things go to the discard pile. And it says, if undefeated, you are dealt 1d4 poison damage. Okay, enough with the poison damage. Ouch. So what's going to happen is that this character, Ahmotep, is going to take some poisoning damage. So I'm looking for my Curse of Poisoning card. Oh well, I'll just have to remember it. So Ahmotep has the Curse of Poisoning. This henchman or villain gets shuffled back into the deck, randomly determining the card order here. Okay, so there's that. Resetting my hand. Lost my entire hand there. Okay, starting hand's looking good. Get a lot of good stuff here. It'd be great if I had some stuff to combat the poisoning. I have to lose or recharge a Blessing of the Elements due to poisoning. Alright, advancing the Blessings deck. And, hey, she's back. Wow. Okay, so before you act, you are dealt 1d4 plus 1 damage. Poison. So I take 3 points of poison damage. Okay, not so bad this time. So what I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to lose Unshakable Chill and a Flame Staff. And then for my combat check, I'm going to use an Acid Jet spell, which is my Arcane skill. So Acid Jet spell. So it's going to be Arcane is a D10. I'm using a Blessing of Ra, which is another D10. Acid Jet allows me to add a D6, and I have an Anubis staff. I'm going to use Ahmotep's power to recharge it to add a D8. Okay, so I got all these dice. I'm adding +2 to my roll. Alright, so I rolled a 9, an 8, 17, 18, 19, 24, 28, 29, 30. Okay, so I got a total of 30. Alright, and that was that. Okay, and then it says here, you are dealt 1 acid damage. So the thing is I'm going to roll, see if I recharge my spell. Doesn't really matter, I don't. So I'm dealt an acid damage. I don't have any cards in my hand, so I don't take any damage. So that means that this scenario is over. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out the reward for this scenario. I guess that's as far as this camera pans out. So, villain scenario is closed. Let's go ahead and get that deck there. So, for Ahmotep's deck here, so I'm not going to go over her deck. I mean, she got, what did she acquire? She acquired the Blessing of the Ancients she acquired here. Oh, she acquired this guy, but there's no way she's including that guy in the deck. That guy's garbage. Cure spell, I acquired that. I'm not going to keep that for next scenario. Pretty much just keeping the same thing. I mean, I'm really glad that she's got that ally. But what we're going to do is that the reward for this scenario was a power feat. I'll go ahead and just zoom in there. Okay, so Ahmotep gets a new power feat because this is the end of scenario 1.6. We're going to be doing scenario 2. Alright, playing around with the light there. Alright, so I think that for the power feat, it's going to be the hand size. I mean, I was looking at all these other options for powers, and not a lot of interesting things there. So we're going up to 7 cards. Okay, we'll see how that works out. Alright, so next scenario, it's going to be starting scenario 2. So it's going to be scenario 2.1. Hopefully it'll be a little more challenging because so far Ahmotep has just been breezing through all these scenarios. Alright, I'll have another scenario up shortly. Until then, have a great day.